You've got 24 hours, that's all. Same as me, same as the wealthiest man alive, same as the person struggling to get by. The difference is not in the hours, it's in what we do with those hours. Most people don't spend their hours, they waste them. Successful people, they invest them. When you see someone who's ahead, don't assume they're smarter than you. Don't assume they've got more opportunities. Many times, they just learned how to buy back their time and spend it like it matters. See, time is the only currency you can't print more of. You can lose money and make it back. You can lose energy and recover. But time, once it's gone, it's gone. That's why successful people guard it like treasure. They wake up with intention. They don't just roll out of bed and check their phones. They start the day with direction. They know what matters most. If you study the truly successful, and I'm not talking about people who are just rich, I'm talking about people who build something that lasts. They structure their day around purpose, not pressure. They wake up early not because it's trendy, but because they understand the morning is where clarity lives. It's quiet, it's still. That's where plans are made, goals are set, and gratitude is practiced. They don't start their day reacting, they start it creating. They own their mornings, and that's how they own their lives. Now let's break it down. A successful person's 24 hours isn't full of magic. It's full of order. They spend a part of it learning, reading, listening, feeding their mind. Because your mind is the steering wheel of your life, and you can't drive straight with an empty tank. They spend a part of it doing. Action is where dreams breathe. Most people plan and plan, waiting for the perfect time. But successful people know the perfect time is the moment you start. Then there's reflection. You'll find the greats don't just move, they review. They ask themselves, what worked today? What didn't? Where did I waste energy? What needs to change tomorrow? That's how you grow. You measure, you adjust, you move. You see, every successful person has mastered this rhythm. Learn, do, reflect, repeat. It's not luck, it's not magic, it's management, time management, mind management, and energy management. Here's the truth. Most people spend hours on things that don't move them forward. Entertainment, gossip, worry. They give energy to things that give nothing back. Meanwhile, successful people treat time like a business. They budget it. They spend it on activities that produce results. They delegate what doesn't need their hand. They say no to good things so they can say yes to great things. If you look at their day, you'll notice patterns. They block out distractions. They protect focus time. They make room for rest, not laziness, but recovery. Because success isn't about doing everything. It's about doing the right things consistently. You'll never meet a truly successful person who's too busy. They're productive, not busy. Busy is doing many things. Productive is doing meaningful things. And let me say this, success is not just about money. It's about mastery. It's about knowing what matters and building your life around it. If you're always chasing the clock, it means you're not in control of your time. You're reacting to life instead of creating it. So, how do successful people spend their 24 hours? They divide them wisely. They give some hours to growth, because if you stop learning, you start shrinking. They give some hours to work, because success is built on executed ideas, not just good thoughts. They give some hours to family, relationships, faith, because what's the point of achievement without fulfillment? And they rest properly, because even machines break when they run nonstop. Now, let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. If you can't manage your time at the level you're at now, you'll waste it even more when you rise. Money magnifies who you are, and so does freedom. That's why discipline is the real currency of success. Discipline is what allows you to use your 24 hours with purpose. Discipline is what separates wishful thinking from actual progress. The person who learns to manage time manages life, because time is life. So I'll leave you with this. If I were to follow you around for 24 hours, would your schedule reflect your goals? Would your actions match what you say you want? If not, that's your starting point. Because success doesn't come from having more time. It comes from using the time you already have, like it matters. And that's why I keep saying, success doesn't come from wishing for more time. It comes from using the time you already have with intention. Now think about this for a moment. We all have the same 24 hours. The difference is not the time. It's the value we pull from that time. You see, the average person spends their day trying to fill it. Successful people spend their day trying to fulfill it. There's a big difference. Filling your time means you're busy. Fulfilling your time means you're building. So ask yourself, what am I building with my hours? Because time is the only investment that never refunds. Once you spend it, it's gone. Successful people understand this. That's why they treat every hour like a seed. They know some hours produce peace, some produce growth, and some produce impact. But every single one of them must produce something. And when they work with focus. When they rest with purpose. There's no in between. You can't live a powerful life halfway focused. You can't expect to see results when your attention is divided between purpose and distraction. The reason many people don't grow is because they confuse activity for progress. They think moving is the same as advancing. It's not. Busyness is not productivity. You can run in circles for years and still not move forward. But 1 hour of focused work can change your entire direction. So what do successful people do differently? They guard their focus, they structure their day, and they respect their time. They know time is life. If you waste time, you're wasting your life. You'll never see a successful person letting their phone dictate their day. You'll never see them saying yes to everything and everyone. Why? Because they know every yes costs them something. Focus, energy, momentum. And that's the part most people don't understand. Your biggest losses don't come from failure. They come from distractions. That's why successful people plan their 24 hours around their priorities. They don't fit their priorities into their day. They build their day around their priorities. You see the difference? That's why they wake up early. That's why they read. That's why they think before they talk. That's why they don't rush decisions. Because they understand that every small choice today builds their tomorrow. The people who look calm at the top didn't start calm. They built that calm. They built it by choosing discipline over delay. They built it by learning to say no to the noise and yes to the next level. And here's the truth. If you can't manage 24 hours, you can't handle success. Because success doesn't give you more time. It gives you more responsibility. So, the real test isn't whether you can dream big. It's whether you can manage small. It's how you handle the moments nobody sees. It's how you use the quiet hours. That's where greatness is built, not in the spotlight, but in the schedule. Successful people understand something most people ignore. Time is not the real currency of life. Value is. If you spend your 24 hours chasing things that don't build value, you've already lost the game. See, money follows value. Influence follows value. Peace follows value. So the question isn't, how do I get more hours? The question is, how do I make my hours worth more? That's why successful people invest a chunk of their 24 hours every single day learning something new. Because you can only earn at the level you've learned. If your knowledge is outdated, your income will be too. They read, they study, they pay for mentorship. Not because they love spending money, but because they understand something the average person doesn't. Ignorance costs more than education. Every day they feed their minds because they know you cannot rise above the level of your thinking. So they spend their time expanding their capacity. And when your capacity grows, your results follow. Now here's something else. They are ruthless about who they spend their time with. They know energy is contagious. If you walk with 5 complainers, you'll be the 6th. If you walk with 5 thinkers, you'll be the 6th too. They don't waste hours explaining their dreams to people who don't have any. They don't debate vision with people who only see problems. They invest their time in conversations that stretch them, not drain them. That's how they protect their 24 hours. Not by saying, I don't have time, but by deciding who's worth their time. And when it comes to work, they don't confuse motion with progress. You'll never see a truly successful person bragging about being busy. Because busyness is not a badge of honor. It's often a sign of poor focus. They understand leverage. They use tools, systems, people, and principles to multiply their output. If they can automate it, they will. If they can delegate it, they do. Because their time is too expensive to be spent on things that don't move them forward. Now let's talk about something most people avoid: discipline. Discipline is the bridge between your potential and your performance. Without it, every dream remains a fantasy. Successful people don't wait to feel motivated. They act out of commitment, not emotion. They've trained their emotions to serve their purpose, not sabotage it. And that's why, while everyone else is negotiating with comfort, they're negotiating with destiny. They treat their 24 hours like a bank account that resets every day. And they ask, what did I deposit into my future today? Because they know, at the end of your life, the return you get will come from the time you invested, not the time you wasted. But here's the real key. They spend part of their day serving others because they understand that significance outlives success. You can make a living by what you get, but you make a life by what you give. Every great person you admire found a way to turn their 24 hours into something that blessed other people. And that's the secret nobody likes to admit. The fastest way to rise is to lift others. So when you wake up tomorrow, don't just ask, what do I need to do today? Ask, who can I help today? Because contribution is the highest form of wealth. That's how successful people spend their 24 hours, not chasing time, but redeeming it. Not trying to have it all, but becoming more with what they already have. And that's why, while others are just counting hours, they're making every hour count.